I would strongly recommend, especially while you're in college, to have as many different experiences as you can possibly have.
Always believe you were born to win. It's your right to win. Claim it, frame it, 'cause you were.
As you're trying to decide what your career path is going to be, especially if you are a younger professional, one of the things that you might want to consider is trying a number of different things that might allow you to crystallize what you're really interested in learning more about, or what's really fun to you, or what you're really good at. So I would strongly recommend, especially while you're in college, to have as many different experiences as you can possibly have. Many people make the mistake of getting that great summer internship as a freshman, and they do it again as a sophomore. They do it again as a junior. And unfortunately, what they know is that they like or don't like that particular thing, but there is a plethora of other things that they've never tried that actually might fit them even better from the perspective of they're good at it, or the perspective that it's easy for them to learn, or they just think it happens to be fun. So I want to strongly encourage you early in your career, and I'm going to say from 25 on back down to 18, to try as many different things as possible, because you won't really know, unless there's something you've been passionate about all your life, you won't really know what's a great career path for you to step out onto once you're done with your academic preparation. One of the things that I think I did right, and it's not because I had the plan that I'm telling you about, it just so happens that it was that way. And someone said to me after my sophomore year, going into my junior summer, some pretty good advice that, again, I didn't realize that it was a strategy, but I followed their advice. And as I look back, it was a great strategy. The summer after my freshman year, I went back home to Jacksonville, Florida, and I worked for a law firm, because my entire life, everyone told me that I should be a lawyer. So I got a job at a law firm. Interestingly enough, I had never met a lawyer. I had never been in a law firm. And I frankly didn't quite know what lawyers did except argue in the courtroom. I didn't know about looking at contracts. I didn't know about constitutional law. I didn't know about securities law. I didn't know a whole lot about entertainment law. I didn't know anything about tax law. But now, being within a law firm, I started to realize that there were different disciplines in the law. Had a great summer, all prepared to go back the next summer. But that sophomore year, many of my classmates from my freshman year had gone into a new program, the SEO program, Sponsors for Educational Opportunity, which I love to this day and which is still around. And that, frankly, was the organization and the summer that changed the trajectory of my life. Many of my friends had gone there after the freshman summer. They came back to campus in sophomore year talking about what an amazing time it was, how they learned a lot about finance, how the things that they worked on for the summer were actually on the front page of the Wall Street Journal, and all of that sounded really interesting to me. So I applied, not knowing a thing about finance. I applied, and thank God, I got the internship, and I made my first trip to New York City, sight unseen. Stayed with a very good friend of mine that summer because she too got into the same program. We were assigned to different banks. Voila, I fell in love. I said, finance, that's it for me. And then the junior summer, I was all prepared to come back. I had an offer to come back that summer, and that's what I was going to do. I had found it. But here was that critical piece of advice. The CEO of the investment bank where I worked that summer said to me, Carla, you know that you love Wall Street now, and you now know that Wall Street loves you, because we would love to have you back. However, if I was 20 years old and I had an opportunity to sing over in Europe, and I'm passionate about singing, I might do that. And on top of that, I might find another internship that's completely different. So if nothing else, you can pressure test whether or not Wall Street is the thing, or whether or not this other thing might be interesting. I trusted him because I wanted to make sure I had that job if I wanted to take it after graduation. And I said, okay, I'm going to follow the advice. First time in Europe, first time singing for half of the summer. And the other half of the summer, I went to a consumer package company that was known far and wide to be one of the best consumer package companies in the world. Had a great summer, had an opportunity, got an offer to come back. Then I was able to compare and contrast law, Wall Street, working in a consumer package, one of the best, the leading companies in the world. And hands down, the Wall Street experience was the one I liked the most. I love the other two, but it was the one that I liked the most. And then I was able to define what a career path might look like. Try as many different things as you can from 25, even 28, all the way back to 18, and then crystallize what might make sense for you as you start on your many career journeys. Go get them.
You're born to win. You're born to win. You're born to win.